Hello there. Are you okay?
Warning: the YouTuber you are about to watch does not care about your one view. So don't think he will kiss your ass to keep you watching. If you talk shit, he will talk shit back. If you become rude, you will be blocked. Enjoy.
Alright guys, we are in Dublin, Virginia. I had a Love's Pilot punched in, but I was afraid there wouldn't be any parking spots, so I jumped on the Trucker Path app. And this was supposed to be some type of a food store or something. I've already eaten, but it says that they have good omelets here. But we're parked just on the other side of where this white truck's trying to park right now. I'm gonna run in here and use the restroom. I'm going to, I got some shit to tell you guys. Let me show you guys where we parked. Might not be able to see anything as it's so dark out. Hey, Dad. Yeah, it's too dark. What if I hit the lights on the... Look how high we are. We're as high as a semi-truck. Oh, we might be a little higher. I hope not. I've been through like 3 scales today. Let me get back here where this light is. Maybe we can see better. The old man that parked the truck here, he's at least I'm protecting you from a reefer. I'm like, I don't too much mind the reefers. It don't bother me. Yeah, look how high we are. Woo. We're actually getting 10.1 miles to the gallon. On that last load of pipe that I did, the video is called our first 40-foot load with the new trailer. A lot of people mentioned I should have tarped the front, and if it was the same type of pipes, I planned on doing that with this load here, but with all these oddball shaped pipes, I'm like, man, I'm not even messing with that. So definitely getting better fuel mileage, and it doesn't seem that it's not as windy this trip. It's either not as windy or this is just accepting the wind a little better. So I don't know. It's not pushing us around. And they got super close to that rail. That rail has seen better days. All right, let me get in the truck. All right, let's set you guys up here. You guys see me? All right, so today's probably the hardest day I've ever worked on the boards to find a load. Besides that one load that the guy cut his own throat, $1,100. Man, I just can't believe the company was offering $1,900 and this guy comes in and says $1,100. So there was another load that I had, and these brokers are sneaky. They're getting sneakier and sneakier about how they handle these loads. They make you believe you have the load, or I guess they give you the load. They give you the load unless somebody else calls in. There was a load today that I seen on the board, and I called him, and a person answered, and she's like, I'm sorry, I just got that load covered. Okay, no problem. Hang up the phone. See the board. Hello there. Are you okay? I have my GoPro or my DJI on a suction cup, on a window suction cup, and I have it suction cupped to one of these suction cup bases here. It's one of those heavy things. I'm not really sure why it just fell off, honestly. The suction cup's kind of cheap. It's not a real GoPro suction cup. Maybe that's the issue. Anyways, so the load pops back up on the board about 15 minutes later, and I'm like, That's kind of weird. It's like maybe the driver backed out. Oh, damn it. Why aren't you holding my fucking camera? I can't stick it to the window because I got my vents in. What the hell's going on here? Alright, let's try this again. Golly. It's not like the camera's heavy. And when I test pull it, it doesn't go anywhere. It's when I let go and I start talking. 15 minutes later, it pops back up on the board. So I call her up. I'm like, yeah, I'm calling about, I can't remember where it was picking up where it was going. She's like, yeah. I was like, is it still available? She's like, yeah, what would you do it for? It's like, what would I do it for? I'm like, is this the same load that was on here earlier? And then she's like, oh yeah, no, this load's covered. I feel like she was trying to get me to do it cheaper, and then she was gonna cancel it with the other one, which is bullshit. And then we found another load. Lita's been filling out carrier packets like crazy today. And when they use, I guess some companies use a truck stop carrier packet. Lita said it's the worst. She filled it out. He wouldn't give me the rate. He wouldn't give me a rate con until we filled it out. When she filled it out, she put our physical address rather than our business address. So they kicked it back and denied it because it didn't match the address on the FMCSA website. So she had to resubmit it. And then they said there was something wrong with the insurance. They needed the insurance. So we didn't get that load. It's still on the board. They went home. It took too long to get everything done, and they ended up going home. So I had Lita. God damn it. I give up. I'm just gonna fucking hold this fucking camera. I don't understand. So I had her email it. I had her email him, and I'm gonna call him first thing in the morning. Oh, I thought I cracked my screen. I don't know. We'll see. I've already eaten. I stopped and fueled up at a Pilot. Got some Wendy's. Took some of Dave's double beef. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what time it is. I don't know what time it is. I think I'm gonna go to bed early. Started watching the documentary of it's so fucked up. Trials of Gabriel Fernandez. Man, it's so fucked up. I can't believe anybody would ever. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine doing that to an animal, much less a fucking child. Fucking crazy. All right. I'll see you guys in the morning. We are sitting in Walmart parking lot in Bessemer City, North Carolina. Trying to find a load. I had TQL call me about a load going to El Paso, Texas. Paying over $2 a mile, 7,000 pounds. Passed on that. I'm not going to El Paso. There's a reason it's called El Paso. And you should El Paso on those loads. Like for real. Because you won't get out of there. I promise you. Maybe you could jump over the border and coyote some people over and make some money while you're over there, but you're gonna be making no hot shot loads out of there. I called on I think I told you guys it was the wide load. I told them I would do it for $2.50 a mile plus permits. It was only like 9.6 inches wide, 30 feet, 5,000 pounds. Only one piece had to be tarped, but the first company that I called thought the whole load had to be tarped, and some of the pieces were like 7 feet tall. I think it's those transformers. Anyways, it popped up underneath a different broker today. I was trying to get $1,500 for it. The other company was trying to push it for $9. I said I would do it for $1,500. That would have been $2.50 a mile plus. I figure $50 a state for permits. And they're like, oh, we can't do that. Next thing you know, they call me back. They're like, look, we know you wanted 15. Could you do it for $13.50? I said, no, I will not do a wide load for less than $2.50 a mile plus permits. Now it's on the board for $1,600. So I called this other company. She's like, you got it, but I'm being told North Carolina is backed up on their permits. So do you still want it? Even if you can't get the permit today, what if you can't get the permit till Monday? It's like, man, I really don't want to sit here over the weekend. I mean, it's only 11 o'clock right now. So, I don't know. There was a JB Hunt load, 40 feet, 6,000 pounds, and you needed 4-foot drop tarps. And I think it was picking up at that same place that I picked up, where the load has to be completely tarped. He's like, what could you do it for? I said, well, I did the whole thing. What do you have in it? Oh, well, we don't have anything in it yet. We don't know. I was like, all right. So it was like 471 miles. I said $1,000. Oh, no, we don't even have that in it. Wait a second. I thought you said you didn't know. No, the most we could give you is $700. $700 for a 40-foot load that needs to be tarped? What? I think it ended up being $1.34 a mile or something? What the hell is wrong with these people? I don't know. What can you do? Lita's working on the permits right now, seeing if we can get the North Carolina permit pulled today. If we can, I'll go pick that up. That would be $1,600 for 500 miles. I'll get back to you.
Okay, so the card is...
Alright, so Lita was able to get the permit. They weren't sure if they could give us the load today because they said North Carolina was backed up on permits. We called North Carolina. They're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. We're not backed up on permits. Lita got the permit. Now I'm kind of worried because I don't know if they were using that as an excuse or what, because now I called her and I was like, okay, we have the permits, and she's like, oh, hold on, let me call my company, something's going on. I mean, I just pulled a $30 permit. Hopefully it goes through. I'm gonna go ahead and start driving that way because they need it picked up by 2. It's 11:40. I think I'm 30 minutes away, and we'll see you guys when we get there. Hopefully we get there. All right, so we have arrived in Charlotte. The place is so messed up where I'm picking up at, there's nowhere to park. So they have you park way down the street. They get your phone number. Spit my gum out. I know I'm fucking terrible with my gum, guys. I chew gum all the time so I don't eat as much, so I can keep this fucking sexy body. Got to get in that 2-piece come summertime, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, yeah, so they have you pull down here and you give them your phone number, and then where they want me to back in is going to be a nightmare because they've got cars parked on both sides of the road. I don't know. I'm gonna try to set the camera up so you guys can see what it's gonna be like when I'm backing in there, because it's gonna be a mess. So we did get the Raycon, so we do have the load. I'm signed in. We just have to wait to get loaded now. We got our permit for North Carolina. Lita's working on the other permits, and then so it looks like it's $1,600 for 521 miles. But when you do wide loads, you can't go by like Google miles, because the permits sometimes take you off course, and they add, man, they can add up to like 25% more miles. So you can't go by the miles on the board. So I'm gonna sit here and watch some Netflix till they call us. So we are about to hit the 2-hour mark to get loaded. I still see trucks lined up down the road down there. I went ahead and put on all the oversized banners. I'm missing one flag. I forgot. We had a flag fall off. The wooden stick flags that we use. We had one fall off, so I'll have to stop at the first truck stop and pick one of those up. But we're just waiting. They're gonna have to start paying here shortly for me sitting here waiting. You know, they were in a big hurry to get this on and get it shipped out. I'll be back. So this is what we're dealing with. We've got this little bitty street right here, and then you got this sharp curve left. They load trucks over here to the right there, but we're getting loaded back here at this little spot here. And there's businesses all along here. Cars keep parking along here. It's a nightmare. They're gonna unload these 2 skids off this semi truck, then they're gonna load us. Well, so we finally got loaded up around 4 o'clock. Drove about 30 miles down the road. I'm in Troutman, North Carolina right now at a pilot. Started to get dark, but we might have an issue because this broker said that people were having trouble with permits in North Carolina. So we called North Carolina, and we didn't have any problems. So we're like, yeah, let's just take the load. It's Virginia. Virginia's having trouble with the permits. They're saying now I might not be able to get my permits till Monday morning, or sometime Monday. So that would put me, today's Friday, March 6th. That would put me stuck here in North Carolina until Monday. So I finally get a decent paying load, and now I'm stuck for 3 fucking days. I just can't fucking win. I don't understand. I can't fucking win. Let me show you what we got on the trailer here. I don't know if you guys could see with the time lapse or what. Uh, 5,000 pounds. Supposed to be 9 foot 6 inches wide. I think it's going to a power plant up in Findlay, Ohio. I should straighten up a little bit. I'm a little crooked. Yeah, so that's what we're dealing with. We're I might be stuck here till Monday. That really pisses me off, because now if I can't start till Monday, this load, god damn it, is gonna count for next week. I met a subscriber while I was there. I think he's a subscriber. He watches the videos. He may not subscribe. I don't know. John. Seemed like a decent guy. I'm trying to straighten my trailer up here so I'm not one of those fucking crooked assholes. But, yeah, I don't know. Lita's calling around, trying to figure out what's going on with this whole permit deal. I guess their computers were fucked up today. I just can't fucking win. Colder this morning than I thought it would be. Oh, so here's a quick update. So I called the Virginia Department of Transportation and talked to a guy and explained to him, I'm like, look, we've been trying to get a permit from you guys. I'm gonna talk to you guys while we walk our fat asses over to Dunkin' Donuts this morning. Anyways, called him up. I was like, look, we've been trying to get a permit with you guys all day today, and your systems have been down. I'm like, what can we do? It's gonna get a little noisy here. I said, your system's been down to get a oversized permit, and it's so much colder out than I thought it was gonna be. I said, what can I do? He said, here's the number to call about a permit. I was like, yeah, but they're closed. He says, okay, this guy's number right here. This is his personal phone number. He said, give him a call and see if he can do anything for you. Lita tried calling him a couple times around like 5:30. The guy never answered. And then I told her to call him again at about 6:30, 7 o'clock last night. So she did. And he ended up giving Lita a personal number to somebody else. Lita calls her up. As soon as she answers, she goes, what the fuck? And Lita's like, hello? The woman said that Lita's number popped up as a spam number. That's why she answered, what the fuck? And that guy wasn't supposed to give her personal phone number anyways. Anyways, she was able to go into the system and figure out, and I guess make an account for us. So Lita was on the computer last night until 9:45 trying to figure out how to get an over-dimensional permit in Virginia. So you log on their website and it tells you that Chrome doesn't work. So we tried Internet Explorer. Same thing. She ended up digging in and finding out that if you download a super old version of Internet Explorer, that it'll allow you to go in, because it wouldn't show you the map. You have to be able to look at the map and tell them where you want to drive, and then they'll print you out the permit or whatever. And it wouldn't give us access to the map. So Lita ended up figuring out a really old Internet Explorer version, because the map is like something you would have seen drawn out on an Atari. I mean, their system is so outdated. It's it's almost as bad as Virginia roads. So we may be getting an oversized permit today and hitting the road. It's about 7:30 in the morning right now. I just got an email from that woman saying that she's going to take a look at it as soon as she gets to a computer, and we'll see if we can hit the road. I hope so, because I would really like to be able to drop that thing first thing Monday morning so we have a good start to the week, you know. Let me run in here and get some donuts. All right, guys, it's 9 o'clock. We got the permit. So we get to drive all the way up to Ohio now. So we get to go through Virginia, West Virginia. The way Ohio's permits work is Ohio wants your insurance company. I gotta throw my hat on. I look like a homeless person. Ohio wants your insurance company to send them proof of insurance. Then your insurance company's supposed to do something about the permit or something. I have no idea. Now that we have Virginia figured out, I think she's gonna start. We already have West Virginia. We got that yesterday. She's gonna start working on Ohio now. But we're good to go. I just got done with pre-trip. Woo! I'm so excited. All right. Let's hit the road. Make some money, huh?